All right, get ready for commuter chaos. There are protests planned this week at BART. And as Night Beat's Christin Ayers tells us, it's all because of what happened last year, Kristen?
Yeah, BART wants protesters to pay tens of thousands of dollars for chaining themselves to a BART train back in November. But tonight, some civil rights activists are saying that's no different than asking Rosa Parks to pay for lost bus fare revenue. It was arguably one of the most effective protests in months. 14 people chained themselves to a BART train on Black Friday. Oaklander Carissa Lewis was one of them.
It was really powerful. We were singing spirituals and chanting and claiming space and holding space and lifting up folks who had been murdered by state violence.
Carissa and the 13 other protesters stopped the trains cold for hours before being let off in cuffs. Still chanting.
We knew we would be arrested and we were prepared for that.
What they were not prepared for was a legal crackdown. BART is not only pressing charges against the Black Friday 14, they're discussing plans to force them to pay restitution, $70,000 in lost fares for the time the trains were tied up.
You shouldn't have to pay to protest or pay for any consequential damage that might come up because you're exercising your First Amendment right.
Civil rights attorney Jim Channon thinks BART is unfairly singling the protesters out because of their message.
These people were making a peaceful protest. It was dignified. It was done with no violence whatsoever. If anyone should be gone after and prosecuted, it's people breaking windows, looting stores.
But Carissa says while in court, she and the other protesters witnessed judges repeatedly dismiss charges against groups of protesters who blocked freeways during other protests.
We saw those folks' charges just get dropped and walk out of the courtroom.
BART General Manager Grace Krunikin is now considering accepting community service from the protesters as payment. But Carissa says that's not enough.
We want the charges dropped.
And she's not alone. So far, about 10,000 people have signed an online petition asking that those charges be dropped. Those 14 people will be back in court next month, Veronica.
Nevertheless, it's going to make the commute very difficult for lots of folks tomorrow. When and where are these protests set to happen, Kristen?
There are a number of protests planned over the next few days. BART actually sending out a notice saying Friday to expect some delays during the morning commute. There's going to be a big protest then, possibly in downtown San Francisco. Another march also planned in Oakland from Fruitvale Station to Coliseum Station over the weekend. So going to be a big weekend for protests.
All right, pack your patience. Kristen, thank you.